Good morning, Uganda, the 12th of May 2026, as we look forward to the swearing-in ceremony of the President-elect Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. A lot of things to learn about the type of leader he is, because I'm learning a lot right behind the scenes, and I'm blown away trying to think, where have I gone wrong? In my own personal life, if at all I haven't had some leadership traits based off of the discipline, the type of discipline that President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has held over the years in his tenure as a leader, leading Uganda, full-time leader at that. This will be his 7th term that he will be inaugurated into, and the Chief Justice that will preside over this inauguration will be Chief Justice Flavian Zasia, who will be leading that on that front, and it's something that we are looking forward to. According to the Constitution, the President-elect is supposed to be sworn in between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. What time exactly will he be sworn in? It will be between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and it's something that we'll also be bringing to you. But in studio with me is Honorable Mike Sebalu, with whom we are having this conversation. Honorable Mike Sebalu is a former member of Parliament, Busiro East, former member of Parliament of the African Union's Pan-African Parliament, member of the East African Community as well, Legislative Assembly, member of the Constituent Assembly representing the youth. When he went to the parliamentary grounds in 1986 to witness President Yoweri Museveni swearing in for the very first time, he was inspired, and that led him into his leadership journey, as well as he has shared the LC1 there in representing the youth at the Constituent Assembly, and on and on and on. And here he is in studio with us, inspiring us on many things from his experience as a leader at that. But be part of the conversation, 0709 602592. My name is Julie F. Nantaba. Honorable, let's continue with our conversation, and I think now let's look at the political atmosphere. How would you describe the political atmosphere surrounding today's inauguration?
Yeah, the atmosphere is calm in terms of political stability. There is a lot of stability around, but the excitement is on, the interest is on. The NRM leadership, the NRM fraternity across the country is in a celebration mood. When you go to all parts of the country, different local leaderships have organized the local celebrations in all the major cities and in all the districts. There are the versions of the celebration, and Kololo is the venue for the national celebration. We want to encourage the other political actors, because NRM is in power. NRM has absolute majority in Parliament. NRM is going to constitute leadership in Parliament. The President is going to constitute his cabinet, and the government will be in place. The mood is mood of better delivery, better service, better leadership. The fight against corruption is on top of the agenda. So we are looking at the opposition. The opposition appears to be in disarray. The opposition leader, Honorable Kyagulanyi, is out of the country. Noob, I think, is undergoing some reorganization internally to reposition themselves. The FDC is also trying to get its feet on the ground. The Democratic Alliance is trying to navigate the challenges of formation and stability. and several other NT was able to get a member of parliament. I think that will give them some energy to have some serious activity. So the NRM remains a dominant political force, and we want to achieve the promises that we made. And I want to believe that today the president is going to speak about the tenure he's going to start, the commitment he made for this term, and all of us need to support him to actualize the promises that we made in the field.
Indeed. Definitely looking forward to that. Anytime from now, we shall be connecting to Kololo Independence Grounds for the event that is the swearing-in ceremony of the President-elect Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Be part of the conversation. We have a conversation with Honorable Mike Sebalu, from whom we are learning a lot. So be sure to be part of it and ask away as you also learn a thing or two.
You could talk about the skies, the shore that was shared last night.
Yes,
you know, that innovation. I think it is something good to write home about.
Yes.
You know, there are people who were saying, look, we've seen this in other places. It's not the first time. But my view is that when you went, wherever you went and saw it, you had to pay for a ticket or some means of transport.
Right.
And spending out there just to have a look at that. But when it is in town, when it is in the country, when it is brought to Ugandans, I really want to commend the NRM Secretariat and the organizing committee for this year's inauguration for that innovation, demonstrating technology in practice. And I think that is the way to go.
Indeed, I do agree with you on that. And there, in speaking of which, what would you tell a Ugandan youth to take, how would you tell them to take advantage of the upcoming the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think this is a term for the youth. The stability is there. The skilling is there for those young people who are not skilled, and many of them have benefited and been able to create employment for themselves and become employers in the process. The laws are in place that allow creativity, the copyright law and other similar laws, and the policies are available to support and empower the young people to be competitive in this space. We want them to take advantage of technology as a tool of transformation, technology as a tool of employment. You know, those content creators, those that are able to use such, it is available. We have PDM, which is available, and we have different interventions by government specifically designed to empower the young people, give them leverage and advantage to be able to survive in this competitive era.
Right.
The private sector and the employment opportunities from the private sector.
Now, Honorable, allow me just interject a little bit as we take note of the arrival of the CDF, who has just arrived at Kololo Independence Grounds. As you've watched on your screen, we are bringing you footage live from Kololo Independence Grounds for this 12th day of May 2026, as we look forward to the president-elect swearing in for his 7th term. And we'll be definitely bringing you updates as they unravel as to who is arriving, and of course for the delegates, that is the different heads of state, as they come in and settle in to witness another day of history in the making. But in studio, we are having a conversation with the Honorable Mike Sebalu, speaking to us regarding swearing-in ceremonies at the past that have been as they've come along. And of course, fun fact, in case you didn't get it, he co-emceed 2 of them. So far, he has had the opportunity.
No, that needs to be put in perspective.
Yes,
the were assistant MCs, because the MC like in previous cases, was always the minister in charge of the presidency. But this time around, actually, it has been elevated to the vice president.
Right.
The vice president is the MC, but there are those other people that handle it before the official procedures come in, where the MC takes over. Those are called assistant MCs.
Yeah,
I don't want to put it to...
Right, and on the screen we can see another team of delegates arriving, trying to find out who they are. But as you can see the display on your screen, in case you are not yet at Kololo, I think it's rather too late right now for you to be let in, because the way in different groups were let in was first by invitation cards, but also therein where the general public, there was a holding spot for the general public where they were guided to Kololo and how they were supposed to get in to Kololo. So right now, if you're not yet in, it might be a little too late. And the best way to follow the event is via UBC TV here on air, but as well as online. That is UBC TV. That is UBC TV on YouTube. And as you can see, Timothy Nyangweso is in Kololo. He will be definitely bringing us the direct information right from Kololo, and we'll be getting in touch with him in just a bit. I can see Timothy's speaking. We're not yet able to hear him, but I know just in a bit we'll be hearing from him, coming live from Kololo Independence Grounds, as President-elect Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is being sworn in for the 7th term in a row. For some, this 7th term, for some maybe it's his final one. For others, still looking forward to him serving another term. For some, perhaps it's the transition season. Everyone has different perspectives and different angles, as well as different ideas to this 7th term. But one thing remains a fact, the fact that he shall be leading us for the next 5 years and leading Uganda into protecting the gains that have been garnered over the last 40 years from 1986. Honorable Sebalu, what lesson?
When you are giving that theme, protecting the gains, don't forget the leap
into the high middle income status.
Because that is where we are going.
Right, indeed. And therein, allow me ask, what lessons do you think Ugandans should pick from his presidency moving forward into the next 5 years?
Yeah, one, as a leader, he's a very unique leader. One, he has a vision, a wide vision of where Uganda should be. Today, tomorrow, the other day, and the next century or whatever. He has a long-term view of what Uganda should be. That's why we are talking about leaping into a high income status. Two, he is an active listener. I don't think I've seen a leader who listens and listens actively. Majority of the leaders listen with a view of giving an answer or even a view of response. There are those leaders, you are telling them something and he says, no, I know what you are trying to say. They don't give you, but he's one leader who listens to the detail. Even if it takes an hour, he will listen to you. Now that is a trait that is not so common in many of our leaders, and he has it in abundance. Number three, he's patient. He's a patient leader. Number three, he is reconciliatory. He's not a leader who takes, who goes into the hate business of leadership. You've seen he's had fellow leaders he's worked with. For one reason, they disagree, they part ways, but there's always an opportunity to touch base and continue.
All right, now at this point, it's 22 minutes to 10 a.m. Let's connect with Timothy Nyangweso, who is at the Kololo Independence Grounds. Over to you, Timothy.
agwanira esale ne yetende yejjana ne esteri naye mugattako katonda logawamu okusasizi n'omukumi we wakawo goyina mama Janet esala ye mugwanira kati nsaba njozeeyo z'omuwanguzi omwagalwa ow'abakadde n'abato kati nsaba njozeeyo z'omuwanguzi ebirungi byakoze akigwanira abalonzi muyina okusiimibwa akalulu alumirwa emirembe kati nsaba njozeeyo z'omuwanguzi ebirungi byakoze akigwanira abalonzi muyina okusiimibwa akalulu alumirwa emirembe.
Oye oye Muzeyi oye, asante sana kulinda Uganda, tunafurahi kujenga Uganda. Oye oye Muzeyi oye.
at the conference that will be happening going forward. Especially what we see going forward there. But ministers are walking in, diplomatic corps is also walking in, security is tight here, but a lot of people seated in the pavilion that sits more than 5,000 people there. And we're excited also to have a new honorable in the... Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Rogers Biamukama, MP-elect Masini Municipality.
How are you and how was the elections, and congratulations to you?
Elections went very well, of course. I was able to win, and thank you very much. But here is a very historic moment, especially for me and for the people of Uganda, to usher in a new term of office of the president without any incidents whatsoever. I think it's a great opportunity for the country, but also for all the patriots in this country to see a moment like this, where we have, not necessarily change of guard, but change of administration or a new term for that matter. It's a great moment.
The people of Masindi are watching you, Honorable, and expecting in the next 3 days you will be swearing in also as a member of parliament. Why should Ugandans be expectant in this term of office, both as you, an MP, but also as the president?
I think Ugandans are very lucky to have the kind of leadership that we have. If you look at all our neighbors, with exception, I think even Kenya, but all our neighbors are in turmoil. But as we are swearing in today, Uganda is very, very peaceful from all corner parts of Uganda, and that means one thing, that economic transformation, infrastructure development is able, we as a government is able to do all those activities for economic transformation in a peaceful manner. If we were in turmoil, if we were in wars, it would be very difficult to implement anything meaningful. But being peaceful out here, we anticipate that in this Kisanja, government is going to deliver on its mandate on roads, on household incomes, on infrastructure, on manufacturing, on education, on health, because there is nothing that stops us.
There are pain points that Ugandans are still grappling with. You show in 2021-2026 you dropped from 21% to 16% in poverty, but that does not feel like it's happening in Ugandans' pockets. What should the president talk about this today?
Household poverty is a major concern, together with school dropouts is a major concern. In my opinion, government and President Museveni needs to focus in the next 5 years. It needs to focus on programs that help on household improvement as well as on education, to ensure that all our children and for generations to come are in school. It is very difficult for you to bring interventions when you have an educated population. When we have so many kids that have dropped out of school, have mothered or fathered children, it becomes very difficult. So if you can focus on those two together with health, I think we'll have a better population that is ready for economic transformation and that is ready for middle-income country.
Thank you very much, Honorable. It is good to have your time. So you have heard from the MP-elect from Masindi, and he'll be coming in a short while there to address a number of things. He has specifically talked about education. That is very important. I am here with Honorable Salim Uhuru, yes, the member of SEC, Vice Chairman, Central, in charge of Kampala. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Uganda. Good morning, our viewers on UBC. Today we are celebrating a landmark. And I want to thank all Ugandans for coming out and supporting His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni on this milestone of victory. 75% is a statement. So I'm so happy and congratulating everybody.
Honorable, when we look at some of the things that your people in your constituency are crying about are roads.
Yes.
And you get 65% of GDP from this city.
True.
Why are you not investing in infrastructure?
I can promise you we are starting a Sulampia, meaning we are going to put the technocrats on performance, rating them on performance. If a technocrat does not perform as a technocrat, please leave room, other people will come. This time, no more messing around. We want service delivery. Ugandans want service delivery.
What should Ugandans expect from you? You hold two portfolios. You're mayor-elect, but also a vice chairman for Kampala. So what should Ugandans expect in this tenure of yours?
What I can promise our fellow Ugandans who have entrusted us in these offices, we are going to be your servants. We are going to work. We are going to make sure we give services to you, and we are going to fight corruption. Everyone, my prayer is let us fight corruption.
Thank you very much. Let me let you take your seat. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And you have heard from the mayor-elect there, Mr. Uhuru Salim there, and we're talking about what is happening in the country here. And he has told us Ugandans, especially people in Kampala. I am here joined by Honorable Rakashara, the MP-elect for workers. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
And second member.
And second member, exactly. Congratulations. It was a rigorous process, but you came out successful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, we want to congratulate His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for these successful elections and peaceful elections. has been a historical elections that our president, after so many terms, that Ugandans have exhibited love and commitment to continue working with His Excellency President Museveni to make sure that we continue in peace, we protect our gains, and successfully transform Uganda from a certain class to middle class.
Honorable, you lead the workers, the different associations, but also you sit on SEC. Yes. Workers could feel this is an advantage to be able to have you both in Parliament, but also in SEC to minister over policy there. What should workers expect from you and the President moving forward in these next 5 years?
This next 5 years, we will increase the protection of the workers by making sure that the good laws that we have are implemented. That the workers of this country that serve and protect the economy should be protected at workplaces, but also improve their welfare and make sure that workers enjoy their country and their service of this country.
What message are you looking forward to? The president, after his swearing in here, he will be president. He will no longer be president-elect. Yes. What is that pain point that you see as a worker that you need him to answer?
He has already promised that he's going to make sure that we have minimum wage. And once we have minimum wage, we'll protect the workers, those ones that are vulnerable, the exploitation, and also empower them financially, give them capital, such that they can also start the other side business and make sure that their incomes are increasing. He has already worked on increment of salaries. So salaries are increasing day by day as our economy grows. So we expect in this term that the workers are going to enjoy their country.
Thank you, Honorable.
Better life.
Thank you, Honorable Rakajara. That is Honorable Rakajara. Given a mandate there that minimum wage is one of the things the president has pledged to be able to do moving forward, and we want to be able to see. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, my brother.
How are you?
I'm very fine.
You are brighter than the sunshine.
Exactly. Why? Because of the happiness. Yes. First of all, those of you who don't know me, I am Honorable Fred Bahati. I am the chairman of the Uganda NRM/PLU Voluntary Standby Task Force. This is a task force which I formed together with my colleagues to traverse the country to hunt for votes for the president, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And now today I am here, okay, to celebrate with him and all the Ugandans who voted for him massively, by the way.
Honorable Bahati, yes. Why should Ugandans pay attention to anything that is happening here today?
Oh yeah, I mean, it is a must. First of all, we are jubilating with the success, okay, which we got on the 15th of January 2026. So all the Ugandans all over, and by the way, this is a new leader now, the president who is coming, you know, leave alone the past. Now this is a new Kisanja with new ideas, new things, new programs. And I did pray for him that in this term of office, okay, he should chase away all those who practice witchcraft, the thieves, the corrupt, so that he chooses, okay, people who are well-intentioned, who love the country, who love Uganda, okay, who wish well to Uganda, and who love him. Because, you know, he has always been surrounded by people with bad hearts, okay? But now, as a standby task force which traverses the country without any penny, without any coin, be it from the party, be it from the presidency, and for him, we don't blame him because we didn't meet him, okay? And we compiled the report, which report we are to hand over to him anytime. So I am really very happy to be part of the celebrations today.
Okay. Yes. Honorable Bahati, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. You have heard from Honorable Bahati, both PLU and the NRM, the collaboration in there. I'm also joined by the Honorable Minister, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, Minister in charge of ICT and National Guidance, but also representing the people in Kinkizi West East that are looking at him. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is the only time that I have someone that we're height mates.
Absolutely, yes, you are in the same league, playing in the same league, yes. Happy to be here in Kororo. We're just waiting for the brand new president to arrive, President Yoweri Museveni, who is going to be sworn in, having garnered close to 72% of the vote, and we are very excited, we are very happy. That's why you see us even yellow, because he won on the ticket of NRM. And we want to thank Ugandans who participated in the voting, and particularly those who voted for him, and also extend congratulations to His Excellency the President and the NRM party for the resounding victory which was witnessed earlier in January.
IT has become something that brings us together, which is in your docket. Young people are online doing business and different. How do we make that affordable for them to be able to do business there?
Yes, my Ministry of ICT is responsible for facilitating digital transformation in this country. And indeed, over the last number of years, a lot of progress has been achieved. We are working hard to ensure that the cost of internet comes down, the cost of data comes down, so that IT and the IT-enabled services become affordable to even the common Ugandan. For instance, we've been cutting the cost of internet. Some years back, I announced that internet, we had reduced the cost from $70 per megabyte per second per month to 35. And we are working hard in the next 1 or 2 years to bring it down as low as $5. We are also working hard to bring down the cost of smart devices like smartphones, computers, laptops, so that even ordinary people in Kanungu can be able to transact using digital platforms. Because ICT is the way to go. The future is digital, and we must make it affordable for every Ugandan. Smartphones, computers should not be for the rich or for the elite. Even ordinary people should be able to transact, because today you can make payments using a phone, you can study and earn a degree using a phone, you can order for items from China, from Europe using a phone. So we must create an environment, an ecosystem that supports ordinary people in order for them to transact digitally. And we are moving very fast. So that's one of the fundamental achievements under the NRM, that we are moving from analog, from manual processes to digital processes where we can all transact digitally.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. It's always good to have you here. So you have heard from the Minister of ICT and National Guidance, the Honorable Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, explaining IT. I'm also now joined by the Secretary General. We are happy. The Right Honorable Tuodong Richard is here. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much. It's a beautiful day. The sunshine is beautiful. We are witnessing another history. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is taking yet another oath of office to start another journey to properly handle issues of Ugandans. Thank you so much. We thank you for voting NRM. We thank you for voting President Museveni. Today is a beautiful day. We are all excited. If you are not in Kololo, please get to your television screen, watch whatever is taking place from your home.
Right, Honorable, the last time we met, we were in Luboa, you and I, and you were exhausted as results were coming in. You had traversed the country. What areas do you need to improve as the NRM government for the people's mandate?
We know there are many things we have done, and there are quite a number we are yet to do. And for those we have not done, for you Ugandans, you know that what NRM promises, they will always deliver. We know we need to create space for the young people of Uganda to get jobs. We need to fight urban poverty. We need to open our rural areas for investment. We need to make sure the farmers have market for their products. We need to make sure that whatever farmers are putting their efforts on yield results. We need to remove middlemen from extorting farmers and making sure So all this put together is to help take money back to the rural areas. Our manifesto this time round is focusing at how we can take money to the ordinary person and make sure that the ordinary person in the village can have easy access to credible financial sources, have access to credible seedlings, have access to affordable skills to improve on his yields. So we are focusing at the rural household. I'm sure we are going to increase more money to PDM, we are giving more money to the youth, we are giving more money to the women, and we are giving more money to the vulnerable communities of this country.
Are you already working on 2031? Because this achievement is yours, you're already there. So are we looking at 2031, and what does that look like?
I am now seeing how the swearing in of 2031 should be. I'm thinking that now. My mind is in 2031 now.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable. We appreciate your time there. We have been joined also by a new Honorable here. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, I'm very fine, thank you so much. I'm called Honorable Namlondo Sarah Owech-Tambala from Buyenda, woman MP-elect. I'm really humbled and grateful to be on this historical day. We are making history. We are having this president. This is as a very, very different function from whatever we've been having. We have the sunshine. It is really a good day. And then I'm calling upon everybody who is around here to please pray for our country, pray for this nation, pray for our Mzee, and then ourselves as a nation. Because whenever we put God ahead of us, everything goes on smoothly. Then the people of Buyende, I'm really happy that you made me who I am today, and I'm grateful. I'll always be humbled before my people. And then the nation at large, we really thank the president, because this time we are saying, let's protect the gains. And Mzee is one of the gains we've really gained. And grateful to you, my brother, and humbled. Thank you so much. Namlondo Sarah Hassani from Buyende, woman MP elect.
That is Honorable Sarah from Buyende, MP-elect, woman MP-elect from Buyende there. But for now, we will be taking you back to the broadcast house. We'll come back here when the president arrives, but most of the dignitaries are here, and we expect the president to arrive any time from now so that the inauguration can commence. From me, Timothy Nyangoso, to you at Broadcast House.
What started over 20 years ago as a scientific research initiative by Professor Florence Isabidie Muranga at Makerere University to transform perishable bananas into high-value industrial products has today become a national treasure and a gain worth protecting.
And beyond. Mr. Kasuja, the chairman of the Electoral Commission, podium, so that the swearing-in process can begin. It's now Mr. Kasuja to take charge. He's being chaired in the main shed as the... So help me God. Swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Uganda, and that I will preserve, protect and defend the Constitution, so help me God. I, Yoweri Museveni Kaguta, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I shall faithfully exercise the functions of the President of Uganda and shall uphold, preserve, protect, and defend.
That means we take on about 10 metric tons of fresh banana.
Driven by the desire to turn matoke from a subsistence crop into a commercial commodity, Professor Muranga's innovation laid the foundation for improving household incomes, creating jobs, and empowering rural farmers through value addition and industrialization.
We have almost 200 direct and almost 500 indirect jobs.
From the gardens of rural farmers to modern industrial production, the banana is becoming a symbol of Uganda's transformation under its brand name, Toke.
Bring the technology transfer to the rest of the country, wherever people want and are able to grow bananas. And we also, at the same time, we've been enabled, we've been invited in Isingiro. They have offered up to 3 square miles for us to do plantation development in order to have buffer, because we're actually not only doing banana flour, also working on banana starch. So the volume of bananas that is required is quite enormous. So getting a possibility of 3 square miles for growing bananas in a very viable area like Isingiro is a very, very enticing aspect. And on top of that, Chirukula district has also given us near a square mile to put on our industrial technology park, where I'm saying that we're going to do almost 10 times in terms of volume of production as what we've been. And besides, we're also going to be able to transform the waste. That's what people don't talk about. We're not only working on the flour, we're also working on the waste turning into animal feed. We are working on the waste turning into energy. So ultimately, we are doing all this to ensure that this is a closed loop economy and optimizing the value for everybody. It will be such a joy to have the farmers bring the bananas and take back the waste from the biogas fermentation back to their factories as organic manure. Yeah, and they will also be able to take the feeds, animal feeds, back to their animals as part of the subsidized give back.
This capacity constraint affects the industry's ability to secure and sustain large export contracts, despite identifying viable regional and international markets.
We have leads that are ready to take up our products in the American market. We have also potential leads in the European markets, in the Middle East, but also in the regional scenario. We have conversation on uptakers in Kenya, Tanzania, and DRC.
Expanding production capacity will not only strengthen export competitiveness, but also increase farmer incomes, produce post-harvest losses, create jobs for youth and women, and contribute to Uganda's broader agenda of industrialization and economic transformation. It's from this point that the government decided to support the presidential initiative on banana industrial development to upscale production by automating the Bushanyi plant to a capacity of 14 metric tons per day. This expansion is expected to greatly benefit farmers across the Greater Bushenyi region by creating a larger and more reliable market for their matoke, increasing household incomes, boosting local economic growth, and creating employment opportunities for youth and women along the banana value chain. The increased production capacity will also strengthen Uganda's industrialization agenda through value addition, improve product consistency for export markets, and enhance the country's competitiveness in agro-industrial products.
At the same time, we've been able to showcase that we could increase the production levels of banana. When we started in Bushenyi, most farmers were producing banana at between 5 to 10 metric tons per hectare per year. Now, if that was to compare to what we found in Israel at the time, Israel was producing in the desert 150 metric tons per hectare. So our scientists, after training, we came back and put in place the same model that Israel uses, and we've been able to progressively work from the 5 to 10 to now close 120.
PBID currently supports over 200 direct jobs, ranging from processing, administration, quality control, and technical services. In addition, more than 500 indirect jobs have been created through farmer networks, transportation, supply chains, and allied businesses linked to the banana production and processing. This institution has contributed to significant improvements in community life, including access to clean water, electricity, and organized markets for bananas.
They are all connected to the grid. They are all connected to water. They are all, almost 60% of these farmers have got a permanent house. You find that almost 70% of these farmers can afford to have a mobility, electric or a car or by border, you get it. And they all have a TV, you get it. I don't know which village is like that. I can assure you that I don't see any child in that village who doesn't go to school. I transect that village quite often because that's our workplace. But you hardly meet a child on the street because they are all viably integrated. Yeah.
As President Yoweri Museveni takes oath today, it was his visionary leadership, guidance and support towards the Presidential Initiative on Banana Industrial Development, PBID, mainly by turning it from a research idea into a government-backed agro-industrial program focused on value addition in bananas.
Your Excellency, I stand here to represent progressive scientists in this country and say that we are proud of you because you've made science matter in this country. We pledge our loyalty in working with you as you transform this country to another level with science